What's up, guys, and welcome back to Average Takes.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's get it.
How's it?
Got
Welcome back.
Shenny, Roman, Bob is your host of Average Takes, bringing
Nothing
you
wrong
our
with being
Padres season prediction.
Yes, sir.
We love it. You see me, I'm on the moon right now. And I don't know who's going to get here first, Average Takes or the Padres, but looks like
Both
we're already
trending the
here.
right way.
I think we're on the same spaceship.
Yeah. We might tie. We might both get there
We
at the
might
same time.
tie. Yeah.
Let's go. This Padres team is absolutely insane this year.
Stacked. The best team we've seen in about 10 years.
Probably
since last year.
In their whole existence, this is probably the best team ever to put on the Padres uniform. I'm gonna go out and say that right now.
Thank you, AJ. Appreciate all the love, AJ.
AJ's working hard. I see him on the phone all day, every day at spring training games. I don't know what he's talking about or who he's talking to, but I hope Mike Trout's name is in there somehow.
Trying to acquire more talent. Make our team a little bit better.
How? How do you make this team a little bit better? That's the craziest part.
Every team could be better. Let's talk about it.
True. Let's get into this.
Let's kind of talk about the opening day lineup. The Padres are dealing with a little bit of injuries, I would say, with usual leadoff hitter most of last season. Excuse me, Trent Grisham is dealing with a hamstring injury. Don't know if he'll be there opening day. We haven't seen him in a while. I know he's taken steps to get back on the field. He was taking batting practice the other day, going through drills.
I say take his time. Long season.
We're coming to 162 games ahead of us.
Yeah.
Within this week. Starts this week. Thursday.
Right. I mean, it's fine. He can let him rest. We got the depth this year. This Padres team has depth at every position. Jurickson Profar is probably going to replace him in center for the time being, but okay, that's perfect.
We're not mad.
Yeah, that's awesome. But I like this. I like Grisham. I think he's going to be a huge part and is highly underrated.
Gold Glover last year, center field first.
He's a Gold Glover.
First year in the Pods.
Yeah, and no one's going to talk about him as being a Padre, He's not even in the name of Padres people are bringing up, but you need to know Trent Grisham. He is going to be a beast.
I love what he brings to the leadoff spot. I know his projections right now are a little bit lower than I think. I'm on Roto Champ right now, and they said he's going to project to hit 247, 23 bombs. On base plus slugging 791. I think it'll be a little bit higher than that. I really like his eye when he's at the plate. Like, he loves working counts. He'll take a fastball just to see more pitches. Like, he's the ultimate leadoff hitter. Give him as much time as he wants and needs because we're going to miss him.
We need him in the
top
end.
of the lineup, and I definitely need him in playoffs. Another injury. Catcher we traded for last year. Nola. Broken finger. Another guy who we're going to need a lot this season. Definitely going to miss him in the beginning of the year, but long season. Let him get back fully healthy. I know last year we kind of rushed Eric Hosmer back, and he kind of fell off a little bit, but still had a good season. I'd love to see Nola get all the way back and back behind the plate. But so we traded for Victor Caratini with Yu Darvish. So let's talk a little bit of what we think we will see Thursday night versus the Diamondbacks. Who you got leading off?
I want to say Tommy Pham.
Yeah, I mean that's can't go wrong there. Mad Bum on the mound for the D-backs. We've owned Mad Bum the last 3 years. It's like I don't
2-0 on opening day, baby.
Feels bad for you, Mad Bum, because your ERA is gonna start literally at 900 million to start off the year. Nothing you can do about it, but try to pitch better, I guess.
Multiple games last year that the Padres wrecked them. I remember Tatis and Manny going back to back. one game versus him. He dealt with some injuries last year, but him getting opening day, Tommy Pham slots into that leadoff spot really nice.
It really depends how Jace wants to manage this, because I honestly can put Tati at leadoff too.
Yeah, Tati,
Pham, Machado. That's sounds like a run to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
And when we're talking about Tommy Pham, this is a guy who I'm putting comeback player of the year for.
100%.
He dealt with a broken hamate bone in his hand. He dealt with his elbow going into the year, not being able to throw once we got him and everything.
Yeah, don't forget his strip club incident.
Yeah.
He's built
and the
different.
Stabbing in the back.
This offseason, he
would have died, but he's just too ripped. He's just too jacked.
Too much muscle.
I love that quote. Doctor said I would have died if I wasn't so muscular.
I wasn't too big, yeah.
That automatically is a sign that this God's on Padres' team.
With all of that, and he's already back to where he was. He's looking as great as he did last year.
It took him a couple games. He said that usually every spring he messes with his contacts to see which is his go-to pair for the year. Yeah. As soon as he got them right contacts in, bro, the ball just started flying. And I love it. He had a 2-homer game last week. I mean, I'm all on the Tommy Pham hype train. I really like what he's doing. His projections, I mean, they say he's going to hit 263 on base plus slugging of a 787.
Inflate all those numbers. Those are hugely deflated. He is one of the top on base percentage guys in the whole league. In all of baseball, he's always in the top 10 of on base percentage.
Oh yeah, his on base alone is third highest.
And his bases stolen is always high too. He knows how to run the bases very well.
Oh yeah. They project 20 stolen bags for him. So
I
really like Tommy Pham this year.
He always seems to play with the chip on his shoulder, and he's finally in on a team for 2 years in a row. So it's going to be great.
He adds a lot of motivation for this team, bro.
He's considered a veteran.
He's considered a veteran for this
team. Oh yeah,
the swagger is just unbelievable, man. He comes in, looks nice, dripped out. He's a true professional. Takes his game serious. When those lights turned on, it's Tommy Pham, and he's 100%. So
I take Tommy Pham first at bat for sure. Opening day.
Second, I mean Tati. Slides perfect right into this spot. Tatis Jr. might be the MVP this year. Who knows? I mean, the kid's going into his age 22 season, 3rd year on the Padres.
Not trying to knock the kid, but hopefully he stays healthy, huh?
Hey.
He's been a little injury prone.
He's going to stay healthy. He's going to have an amazing season.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we have the face of baseball on the San Diego Padres. When could we ever have said that? I mean, as much as I love Tony Gwynn and how great Tony Gwynn was, he was never the absolute face of baseball.
Yeah.
No, it's always nice having someone on your team that you watch, who's electric.
Other teams
hate.
Day in and day out is electric. Is going to produce in a new way on the baseball field every single day, and you don't know what it's going to be, whether it be a tag up on a infield fly, whether it be on the defensive side making Gold Glove plays, and then at the bat he led the league in batted balls and barrels. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's hard for a shortstop. Shortstops aren't supposed to do that. And
he had 105 hard hit balls last year. Was killing the ball.
This man is one of a kind, and I'm glad he is on the Padres for another 14 more years. So
love to see it.
Us over here on the Padres, we know how to get some deals done. Very loyal over here. You know what I'm saying?
If you're here for a long time.
Future free agents.
We got a lot of bandwagon fans that joined this year. They hopped on the train, but it's all right. We're not even full yet. We're not even full. We want more. Who else wants to hop on?
A lot more room.
Yes, sir.
Join in while before the fun starts.
Batting third?
Manny Machado.
You have to. Third place in NL MVP, Manny Machado.
Another veteran. Another beast on our team.
Yeah.
Both of these guys are going to have MVP years. I'm just putting it down right here on paper and pod. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm going to write my tickets right before the season starts. Fernando Tatis Jr. and Manny Machado are going to be 1 and 2 either way MVP.
Yep.
Just wait. Just wait. This is the year. This is
We're-
finally the year.
we're
Everything
hungry.
ties together. And
We're
we're just
hungry for sure.
we've been knitting for a long time. The blanket is done.
AJ's been
Blanket
sitting.
is done.
AJ's been sitting up there like this for years.
Cooking. Straight cooking.
Years.
We've
Hey,
been
man,
through
that
some
stir
bad
fry,
times, some
I'm
low
smelling
times.
it. I'm smelling it.
I think that's the best 3 at-bats in the league. First 3 at-bats in the league.
I
And
mean,
it could
there's
be
nothing
better.
more professional you could get
Yeah.
from that right there.
Yeah.
You're
No.
getting
Teams are
Try to
scared
get
from that
3
first
outs.
3 people they see on our lineup.
to try to get 3
Yeah.
outs to get out of inning quick to start a game. That's hard, man.
That's hard. And then, if you don't, if one of them gets on, you got 4-piece. Will the Thrill Myers
Sir.
You
in
got
the
Will
4th
batting
spot.
4?
In the cleanup spot, Will Myers is the ultimate 4-hitter. Against a lefty, he is absolutely mashing and will continue to mash this whole year.
I think
So
Bob
lefties
got Eric
beware.
Hosmer.
Lefties beware.
We're going opening day versus a lefty, so having Will at the 4 versus a left-handed pitcher is awesome. He crushes lefties. He crushes Mad Bum.
And he crushes on opening day.
Yes.
Always crushes on opening day. He
Yeah.
loves hitting at Petco Park, and he gets to hit more this year at Petco Park. And you think he had a career year last year? Oh my!
Just wait,
Will
baby.
is finally having fun, and I said this before, and I'll say it again. Andy Green wanted to absolutely destroy this guy's life, and we just saw it. It showed. He didn't want to be there. He didn't really like Andy. As soon as Andy was gone, Jace comes in, and Will's a different person. In the media, Will's an awesome media guy now. Him doing the interviews, and then when Marty posts them, he's electric behind the mic. And before that, he would never be. And I know the coaches sat him down and were strict and told him how it should be, and he's absolutely been phenomenal since then. Will Myers,
I'm glad he stuck through it.
I mean,
I
I don't want
he's
to
a
put it.
sleeper for MVP. I've been hearing a lot of people getting on his hype train this year.
Hey, we're not mad at that at all, but I don't want to put everything on the coaching. The additions of Eric Hosmer, Manny Machado, and then the stardom that Fernando Tatis has gained, the pressure's off Will Myers. All he has to do is literally show up at the ballpark and just have fun. And that's what he's doing. And look at the results that we're seeing, That's what's so crazy about this team is that you get so much talent and so many stars on the field. Everyone can relax. We know we're good. We're going to play some good ass baseball, So they're not even worried about being good because they are good and they know that. So it's just going to have to
stay good. They got to stay good, We got to stay playing good. We can't mess around. We can't hurts. We can't get hurt, we got to play our best baseball. Our best baseball last year was not good enough, and we got to make it better. Play the same baseball or even better this year to make it,
I agree. I think the roster that AJ has put together this year, one man goes down, next man up is a perennial all-star, That's just the type of talent we have. And a lot of these guys are way better than we think. They're waiting to be released so they can shine. They have been in a system where they haven't been able to shine. Someone's overlooked them. Someone's been better than them. And now they're free. The Padres are going to let them go and play some motherfucking baseball, baby.
Yeah, man. I mean,
so who you guys going with, Hosmer or?
Yeah, I go Will here on opening day versus lefty, and then you could fit Hosmer right behind him.
Yeah,
honestly.
No, Hosmer's bumping down to the 6th spot.
You go 6th spot for Hos?
Yeah.
You go Crony 5th or what?
No,
that's another lefty.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
Well, you got Profar there then.
Oh yeah.
You need Profar in center because without Trent Grisham.
Could put Profar there. Not mad at that, but you could put Hosmer there.
Yeah,
I think it's a little. I think it's a little high for him, just saying because he struggles a lot worse with lefties. But
What about Caratini?
I mean, it's opening day. You're gonna let your guys play, you know.
I got Caratini a
Caratini,
little lower.
A little lower.
I
yeah,
would put Haas right
He's
there at the
last on my
5.
lineup. Yeah.
I really like Haas, and he actually hit lefties a little bit better last year and rakes against Mad Bum last year. Remember all those doubles he hit, all those RBIs on game
yeah,
1?
yeah.
So I'm perfectly fine putting Hosmer at 5. Maybe they even put him at 4 because of what he did last year versus Mad Bum, but either or, both those guys fine right there. I put Profar in the next spot just because without Grisham,
Without Grisham.
Profar's a switch hitter, middle of the lineup. I think that's perfect spot for him. Play center, or I don't know. Maybe they have Fam. They ran Fam at center a lot this spring.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Profile would be in the lineup still. He'd play
Yeah,
left
either
field.
or, right around
Maybe
there.
Profar just
where I
takes
put him.
Grisham's spot and bats first, and then we keep Tommy Pham in 5th or whatever.
I mean, I'm not mad at that because of how well him and Tatis connect.
Yeah.
And so that would be cool, but with Profar's skill set, I would like him be in the middle, lower end of the lineup. And I like Fam's on base percentage at the top of the lineup for opening day. After Profar, though, I would go Jake, obviously, Cronenworth. I don't think Kim is anywhere near ready to face Major League pitching, especially on opening day.
Cronenworth's proved himself, bro. Last year he was a stud. At the plate and on the field.
Second base, he was amazing at first base when he played there, but was Rookie of the Year runner-up versus Devin Williams. Devin Williams had an awesome season, so I can't be mad that he was runner-up. But Jake absolutely raked. And I'd like him to bat right there. I don't even mind if we throw Jake at the top of the lineup, but I know it's versus a lefty.
That's what I'm saying. I think having him at the 7 hole is just a waste of his bat at that point.
With how deep this lineup is, though, you have to expect these guys to be on base a lot and, moving. Like, our lineup is so deep.
I agree, but also you have to think, I think Pham has a little bit better power than Cronenworth does. So you put him at the 6 hole where he can maybe drive in a double or even hit a home run with those 4, 5, maybe even 3 guys on base, So that's something that they can think about. I know Mad Bum will be opening up against a lefty, so we'll see. I don't mind having him hit against a lefty hitting 7th or 1st. Like, I don't mind at all.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely things that Jace is going to be able to play with, but for opening day, Jake right there towards the bottom end versus a lefty, perfectly fine for me. He excelled last year at being in a lower role with no bricks on his shoulders. He was just like loose. His swing is awesome. I love his swing. His follow through. It's beautiful. Jake the Rake. Yeah. I like him right there.
In the 8 hole, we got Caratini because Mr. Darvish will be on the mound starting opening day, and Caratini is his personal catcher, who we traded for. We brought him over.
The package
when Darvish
deal.
is pitching, I expect you to be behind the plate, my friend. So
100%.
Glad to have you. Glad to have you.
Yeah, and Caratini is a switch hitter, which is awesome. And he's actually a pretty decent hitter, for him being like known as a catcher. He's decent behind the plate, or not behind the plate, but with the bat in his hand. And I like him. Opening day, obviously, Nola out for injury reasons. Caratini, perfect. Finishing up, since there's no DH, number 9, pitching.
Yu Darvish.
Yu Darvish. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Dick Selma, who holds the record for most strikeouts by a Padre in their debut and holds the record for most strikeouts by a Padre on opening day, which is 12 strikeouts. But
it's about to be broken.
Let's hear it.
It's about to be broken.
Yu Darvish, we are on standby. There are multiple records that Padres pitching does not have, and there's some that are easily broken. And this man has thrown 99% of no-hitters multiple times. That last 1%, very hard. Very hard. He's lost it a couple times, but I'm just saying that the Padres have never thrown a no-hitter. We're the only team in Major League Baseball to not have it.
Damn.
So I'm on watch out because this is the best rotation we've ever had.
Ever.
If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen now.
Multiple Cy Young Award winners. This is the best thing we're gonna see. And you, opening day, that 12 strikeout record.
You're killing it. You're shattering it.
Yeah, I mean,
you're shattering it.
New record, you Darvish, baby. Here you go.
Here you.
It's all yours.
Sorry,
it's
Dick.
All
Selma.
yours, you.
Hey.
It's all yours. Yep. Sorry, Dick. Shout out you. You had it for a long time, but your time comes to an end. Your time is now. You, Darvish, San Diego Padres, 13 strikeouts, maybe even a no-hitter on opening day. We do not know.
I think we're calling that right now. I think we call this on the Average Takes podcast.
Average Takes Call of the Year?
Call of opening day.
Opening day.
You, Darvish, no-hitter, and the whole world, all of MLB goes, OMG, the Padres are that good.
What a prediction. What a prediction. We slap everybody on the face first day.
We're not a hype team. We are the team.
We are the team.
We are the team.
Well, since we started with you, let's talk a little bit about what we project for him on the season. We know we're going from a 60-game season to a 162. He was second in Cy Young last season. He's in his age 34 year. He's coming off an awesome year.
Awesome.
Yeah, and to be honest, the age factor, it doesn't matter to me at all with him. All of his attributes, spin rate, breaking stuff, how deep his pitches are breaking,
so many pitches
increase, everything is up through the roof. The RPMs, the spin rate, whatever, it's all career highs since his rookie year. And why not continue doing that? If he continues doing that, he's just going to be as effective or better than he was last year because he's on a better team. And that's scary to see.
I say Cy Young winner.
Cy Young, I agree. He hasn't won one in his whole career yet.
Exactly why this year's the year.
And he definitely could.
Yeah. He definitely can. And he holds the MLB record right now for most K through 9. So Darvish isn't some old veteran pitcher that we got.
No, he's it. He's it.
He's an ace.
Yeah.
He's an ace. And he's a Padre.
And he's a Padre. That's for sure. They got him projected at 184 innings, a 3.43 ERA, and 227 strikeouts. I honestly think he'll be a little bit better than that.
Does he pitch a full game this year?
Oh, yeah. He'll pitch shutout.
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
he only
had
2 complete games in his whole career.
Or 2, yeah.
Since 2014, he has 0 complete games.
MLB had deadened the ball this year, and so we're going to see a lot of pitchers have very good seasons.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait. Best time to have great pitching is now.
Yeah, this is the year to have absolutely great pitching. But MLB also said that they're going to mandate what goes on balls, and we've already seen the Dodgers' three best pitchers not look so good because as soon as MLB came out that you can't doctor up the baseball with your go juice and all that type of stuff that they were selling. And, I mean, this is a great time to have actual good pitchers and not cheaters.
Whoa.
Trevor Bauer.
Are these shots necessary?
Yeah.
Are you calling the whole 2020 season a Mickey Mouse fluke for a certain someone named
Trevor Bauer?
Brever Trower?
Yep. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Let's talk about our number 2, the man who's getting the ball on Game 2, Friday Night Lights.
Snellzilla,
who may be the best pitcher in this rotation. He may be the best pitcher on the team.
He might also be the Cy Young if you don't get it.
This is my pick for you.
I ain't gonna get it.
Blake Snell is a stud. He didn't give up a single run during spring training. He looked phenomenal. Even the game that he was off, he threw more balls than strikes, didn't even give up a run. He looked absolutely amazing. Left guys stranded everywhere, full count strikeouts. Like
he's been nasty.
He's been nasty.
He's playing with a chip on his shoulder. He's more motivated
than ever.
You
took the words out of my mouth. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Come on now, dude. Come on.
Gonna be dirty this year.
Yes, sir.
They took him out of the game 6 versus the Dodgers. We played the Dodgers 19 goddamn times.
And he hasn't forgot about that day.
He never will.
He has never forgot about.
No, he did. He said that.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Chris Rose podcast? He said he will never forget that day, that moment. He said he just felt dead inside. He said we lost the World Series and I couldn't even do anything about it. They pulled me out of the game when I was at my best.
He was at his best, bro.
Him, and you know what the best revenge for that is?
Him. Win it the next year.
Win it the next year with your new team.
Yeah. Let's go.
When you get a clubhouse with guys full of chips on their shoulders, scary. I don't see us losing a goddamn game. I don't see us losing ever. If we stay healthy, this may be the best team ever.
All right. I think our third pitcher is Mr. Homegrown, Joe Musgrove.
Mr. Homegrown.
Game 3.
Be careful with that homegrown stuff, bruh.
Homegrown.
Padres don't have one homegrown prospect on the team.
True, but Joe is a San Diego boy. So
oh, yeah.
Homegrown.
Homegrown Joe, baby.
Yeah.
We love it. This may be the most underrated deal AJ Preller made the whole offseason. The whole offseason.
Went to high school just down the road.
How hype is it for him to be at the peak of his career, playing for the peak of the Padres franchise, growing up being a Padres fan? It just can't be any better. And if he's
wearing his idol's number, how sick is that?
Number 44.
Man, he looked up to 44 in Padre colors, bro.
He loves it. He's
this man
where he wants to be. He can't be more comfortable.
And
he can't be more comfortable.
His glove, have you seen his glove? 44 Pro gloves. Has a 44 right on the front.
Nice.
Fire.
I'm not gonna be all kisses and hugs because Joe Musgrove has had not the best couple seasons, and I know
he's 1-5 this year.
He was playing for a terrible Pittsburgh team, and I know he was on the Astros when they won a ring, and he had a good season with them out of the pen and stuff. But Joe just found his stuff. He found his slider, his curveball.
He had a career high in spin rate as well.
Yeah, the end of last year, he came back from injury and all of a sudden started shoving. Like, he found it. And because before that, he was having a lot of years where his ERA was over 4.
Yeah.
4.3, 4, 4.7, 4, 4.4. And then last year, I know he was 1-5, but I mean,
1-5 last year, yeah.
But he was 3.86 ERA, and that's with the ball being juiced and everything over the past couple of years. I'm going to expect that to go down. I know Fangraphs predicts him to have the same exact ERA, but I think he'll do better. And I know with you, Darvish, being there and Blake Snell and got older
taking those
guys,
big moments off of him, playing when he needs to.
Yeah, he's picking apart you, Darvish, because he also throws a lot of pitches, and what's got him to success.
7. I didn't even know that he throws like 6 or 7 too.
Nothing he throws is straight. He doesn't throw anything that's straight, and he's been using his curveball more, getting his curveball more effective. When his curveball gets more spin, everything else is gonna look even more dirty, So that's what he's found, and it's just exciting, He gets to pick at the mind of you, Darvish, who has thrown all 7 pitches effectively.
Who else would you want to look up to right now?
6-7 years,
There's not much.
There's not much
to look up to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, let's continue with the 4 spot. I have Chris Paddock in the 4 spot. We also do not know how good he is because we saw the dominance he put in his rookie year, and then we saw the sheriff, the
The
deputy.
fall.
We saw the
Yeah.
deputy last year.
This is what I
But-
think of Chris Paddock. He came out on a tear. Spring training 2019, Fernando Tatis and Chris Paddock were huge names. Chris Paddock shoves that year, gets sent down because he was dealing with command and stuff. Came back
Innings
and
limit.
pitched well. Innings limit, yeah, my bad. And then came back, still pitched well. And then last year, I think it had a lot to do with the pandemic. And I hate saying that, but as a pitcher, your off season, every date you have circled, like, hey, I can't start throwing till here. Okay, I could throw my first bullpen here. I have my first start here. 3
Wasn't in his
innings,
grooves.
5 innings. Once literally they got into it for like 2 weeks and then got shut down because of the pandemic and then didn't play for 6 months. The season didn't start till mid-July. So that messes up pitchers. And I know everyone had to do it. Everyone went through the same thing. But some people were smarter about it. Some people didn't know. Some people really like were scared for the pandemic, like as you should be. It was terrible, but
Scary time.
and I think that had a lot to do with it. Now, talking baseball, Chris Paddock, this is a huge season. This is a make or break season for him.
Oh,
Honestly,
on
because
this team,
next year,
it is.
Yeah.
next year, Mike Clevenger's back. Mackenzie Gore should be in the big leagues.
He's going to kick down to
Adrian
seventh.
Morejon, Ryan Weathers. There is a lot of names that are coming up and back. And so Chris Paddock has to show that he's still the sheriff, that he could come suited, booted, dressed in black, shown up for the funeral and for your funeral. And that's what we have to see is Chris Paddock.
Well, until that happens, he needs another pitch because he got to the big leagues basically on pinpoint control on his fastball, and then he has a nasty changeup. And I've heard my whole life, you only need a fastball and changeup to be effective while you're being a pitcher. And he is picture perfect of you only need a fastball and a changeup to be effective. So if he can add one more pitch that can be effective,
is not to be good though. Not effective.
Yeah. We need to be
two different.
I mean, they are, but if he adds a third pitch that's effective, then he's good.
Yes.
Because you need 3 in MLB to be good. But I hope this offseason he really worked on a curveball, a slider, something.
Something nice.
And if he does, and he figures it out and he finds it, bless, he figured it out. He's gonna shove because he already did shove before.
Yep.
So we just need him to get back in his little mental space because he also has a chip on his shoulder, which seems to be the common theme for this team. Get a bunch of guys with chips on their shoulders.
Everybody on this team knows they're good.
Chris Paddock does seemingly well versus other teams not named the Dodgers. And
that name's too big for him.
It's not that. It's just it's that blue for some reason.
Throws off his sight.
His spin rate and everything was down. His velo was down last year, and in spring his velo and they're at the same rate his rookie year. So that is a good sign with him. And
he looked pretty good so far this spring, I would have to say.
Yeah, doesn't look bad.
He hasn't seemed to make headlines, but he hasn't been. If you're not in the headlines, you're not doing anything spectacular. You're not doing anything terrible. So you're just cruising, getting your stuff
pitching out of the 4 spot in our rotation. If he could do that and have under 3.5 ERA, I'll be absolutely.
That is amazing.
Perfect.
I'll take that. I will take that. And
under
to round out this,
he's at 4.7 right now.
A bad year.
I don't know who I'd put at the 5 spot, honestly.
5 spot right now. I mean,
Keone
it was
Kela.
Up in the air.
Keone Kela.
Up in the air.
No, the 5 spot, Jim.
Until today, I think. Today we saw Gore enter the game. I know as a reliever, it's not what he's supposed to do or is on track to do, but he gave up a 3-run bomb, and it really just it was a total bad inning. A couple walks.
Because it was against his buddy.
Yeah, Josh Naylor. But I just
give a
think
bomb
with
against your buddy, you're just not gonna be there mentally the rest of the game.
I mean, I wanted Gore to start the year on the 5 spot. I really wanted to see him earn that spot and run away with it, but he didn't. And you have to give it to Morejon. Morejon has more time in the bigs. He has over a full year service time. He, I think, is good. He has the stuff to be a big league starting pitcher and be well.
And I mean,
it's his command that falls off.
And we really only need him for a month. We need to get through that 5 spot for a month, and then El Caballo comes back.
Then Lamet comes back. Yes, sir.
And I mean, that's another guy who is a Cy Young potential. And having 3 guys like that on your team is just unheard of. It is so unheard of. And once he gets fully healthy.
Wow.
Yeah. I really think they're going to piggyback Lamet and Morejon with both of their innings limits. Morejon hasn't seen over 60 in our system yet. And Lamet coming back from his injury, I know they're going to want to start him a little bit slowly into it. He's just gotten his first work the other night, 1 inning. He's scheduled, I think, for a couple innings tomorrow or the next day. I'm not too sure, but he'll get a couple more in-game innings. And then he's going to stay behind at our spring training camp because that is our site this year. It's not USD. It's at spring training.
Yeah, really? So it's you're hating on Mackenzie Gore. And going back to Mackenzie Gore, for you Padre fans, he will probably be in the minors for at least till the All-Star break because he looked flashy, but he didn't look number 1 prospect good, you know? And you saw when Tatis came up, he was ready. You can tell when guys are ready. And it's good seeing signs of Gore shoving because you know that's in him. And the best thing to do. Yeah, and you want to bring that out of him every single pitch. So he just needs to work on his mechanics, get a little bit more consistent. And I think he's going to be fine. I've always thought he's going to be fine. But let's get into the bullpen because I know the bullpen is stacked and we just have a lot of questions of who's going to fill what role. And let's get into this.
Yeah. Our bullpen is pretty deep, and I know we've lost a couple of guys to injury and a couple of guys are coming back from injury, but it's definitely pretty deep right now. And we have some younger guys who are on the cusp of coming in. I don't know if Weathers is going to start in the big leagues, but hey, man, we need another lefty. Right now we only got Pomerantz and Tim Hill, certified.
I sure hope Weathers gets in the pen. I like him a lot. He's one of the young guys that his stuff's really good, so I think let him figure it out in the bigs, you know? 1 inning at a time. Let's figure it out. But I really hope he makes the open day roster. Continuing, let's start with I'm gonna start with a couple old guys. Craig Stammen. He's just gonna be your solid middle first guy out of the pen, try to get some outs, dude. He is actually the anchor of the bullpen. They call him Grandpa Craig. So
as much as all the Padre fans really don't like Craig Stammen, he's a part of this team. He's on the last year of his deal. He's definitely what Shenny said, everything about him. Anchor, first man out of the pen. Nothing good, nothing bad to say about him. I don't think he's the best reliever in the world, but he's not the worst.
Next year.
Yeah.
Another guy like him is Dan Altavilla. I mean, I think the same exact way as I do Craig is Dan. I mean, another early guy out of the pen. I'd like to see him, if we're losing, just come out and pitch those bad innings. But just innings eater. Him, Taylor Williams.
Yeah.
Innings eaters.
And Pierce Johnson.
Yeah, Pierce Johnson's a little bit better than those other names. I would put Pierce Johnson at a little bit better. He had a good year for us last year. The beginning started off a little bit weird, but after, I really liked what he brought to the team.
Nope. And then you get even deeper, and I'm gonna call Tim Hill our lefty specialist. I mean, I know that kind of role is diminished with the 3 out minimum rule, but he shoves against lefties. Let me tell you, he
Yeah, and
shoves against lefties.
if you need 1 or 2 outs and you got a lefty up, like just throw Tim Hill in, and like you got Bellinger up, and we need to get out of the 7th. Tim Hill, get that ball.
That ball.
Yeah, and then I mean, Jace Tingler gets to really play around with 4 names that he can finish out the ball games with, and I'm not mad if all 4 of them pitch an inning each. I think they can get an inning done of work and we'd be perfectly fine. But you guys are looking for who you think the closer is going to be, so let's go our 8th inning and then closer. We'll finish it with the closer.
Well, I think the 8th inning is Drew's absolutely highlight. Last year he came in, didn't give up a single run until the last inning. Yeah, Drew Pomerantz.
Yeah.
Just came back. He was a Padre a couple years ago, 2016. He is.
His name looked familiar.
Yeah, he was lights out for us last year in the.
Yeah.
He pitched up different innings, but his main was the 8th, and he did it very well. So the 9th sometimes before we got Rosenthal last year, but I really like Drew. I know he's coming off an injury. I don't know if he'll be there day 1, but Drew Pomerantz, 7, 8, 9. You need him to get someone out. He's gonna walk the first guy and then get the rest of them out.
I was about to say that. No, he doesn't walk. He's not gonna walk the first guy. We don't walk guys in San Diego.
We don't walk guys.
He walks the first guy and then gets 3 outs and then it's done.
No, but
he likes to put a little pressure on himself.
He's definitely the guy where you need an out and you're stressing. Let me call Drew. I think he has earned the most trust in this pen.
For Jace, definitely.
Yeah, and I just think we can work around him not being in the 9th inning role right now. I think 8th, 7th inning, you can bring him in and he'll shut down.
That you need.
Yep, and I like that. You as a manager, you need someone like that you can rely on,
depend on.
Yeah, and I'm glad it's him. I'm glad it's him because he.
Jace has that type of bond with Pagan too. He really likes to go to Pagan.
Does like Pagan for some reason. Pagan.
I'm not as hype on Pagan as he is. Pagan gives up a bomb every random game.
He gets hit hard, and some guys get hit. He gets hit hard all the time. Someone's gonna piss rod off him. So if he can find a way to avoid the barrels, that's good. But he's
not my closer. He's definitely not.
Definitely not.
No, and not.
He's like 2nd inning, 3rd inning. Like my arm hurts. We need somebody.
Yeah, he can get some. He can just innings eater.
He's we need to warm somebody up.
6, 7, 8. I mean, not 9. I don't like him in the 9th spot. I know he closed
for the Rays.
He
can be nasty.
Mm-hmm.
But I just
when he's on.
We just haven't seen that. We haven't seen the consistency of him being nasty. So that really leaves it down to our 2 new accusations that we got in the offseason at the very beginning of spring training. Mark Melancon and Keone Kela. And Kela has tape this spring is pretty closer-like. I would not be mad having him as a closer. I prefer him as a closer. But
Melancon for sure.
Yeah. That Melancon, his last name is Melancon. I just don't like that out of my closer yet.
I mean, Melancon was a stud.
He's just the most proven, He's saved for multiple teams. He's a 10-year vet, big leaguer. He has 200 saves under his belt in the big league, so that seems to be the easy bet if you're going to think about it hardcore like this. But Kela is definitely putting his name up there, and I would not be shocked if he is the closer,
Name the closer, yeah.
Yeah,
he's just nasty right now.
I'm going to piggyback off you a little bit. Keone Kela is definitely nasty. He had one bad outing, but multiple good ones. He's had 2 innings where he struck all 3 guys out, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and it's really making me wonder, how did we get him for 2 years, $6 million? What?
He had some elbow problems last year.
That's it. Just
Mhm.
TJ. That's the only problems he was having.
Didn't
Don't
have
say
TJ.
TJ. Don't say the big word.
He was having some elbow problems, and teams were a little scared of him. He's going into his 28.
Yeah, he's the
season.
youngest man in our pen. He's the youngest in our pen.
Really?
Literally.
And he's been in the league for 10 years?
Well, he won't be the youngest.
That's Melancholy.
Weathers.
That's Melancholy? Oh.
Yeah. But Mark Melanson, as you said, is a vet. He's closed many games, many times. And I really like Melanson, but I don't think Jace goes traditional closer this year. He's going to ride the hot hand.
He might, but I think
But
the
if you're
Melanson
going
signing
closer,
truly was in preparation of October, because he's been in October the last 2 years. He was on the Braves last year pitching in the NLCS. So guys get familiar, and when you have guys familiar with the situation, they can help the young guys who haven't been in that situation. So it's all about preparing for October. That's what this team's mindset is. Winning in September or winning April right now is not, we're really not worried about that. We want to get to October. So, and baseball is a long season. You're going to get in the dog days of summer, the dog days of spring, and the real teams are going to show out. So we can't wait to see how this team evolves over the next 6 to 7 months. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. If I'm going to pick a closer right now, just because of spring, I'm going to say Kella. But
yeah,
overall, Jace is a baseball guy in and out, and he loves his veterans. And so I believe
if they're hot, he's going to stick with them.
Definitely is going to get opening day 9th inning. But I only think that because Drew isn't going to be ready opening day, and I think Kella gets the 8th.
And this whole conversation should go out the window, because we could be up 10-0 in the 9th inning. We don't even need a closer.
We don't even need him.
That's how good this lineup is. That's how good this lineup is. We have never had this conversation ever, being Padre fans, even when the Padres were good in like 2003, whatever, when they were last good. But it's crazy that we can put up the runs, and then we have the pitching to shut them down. And this team is unbelievable. Don't sleep on Yu Darvish no-hitter opening day either. Do not sleep on that.
With that bullpen and all these offseason acquisitions, what are your numbers for the season?
Yeah, let's give DraftKings has us 94
94. Yeah, I saw that.
Over.
I think I'm going 101.
Yeah.
101. They put the Dodgers at 104.
Way over.
I think we're better than the Dodgers, so I'm going to say 101, 105 around there.
I'm going to say at least 95. I honestly think 95 is realistic, and that's over 94.5. So
you're going to take the over by one game to a couple.
I'm definitely going to take the over. I would definitely put money on the over. In the same sense, I got the Padres winning it. Like I said, I'm not going to change my mind from the last podcast. Game 163 is the Padres. We win it by one game because we have to. And we send the Dodgers to the wild card.
All right, I got a question.
Let's hear it.
What comes first? A Padres World Series victory or a Padres NL West division champions?
Do you want my true answer?
I want the honest, and then give me an average answer as well.
Okay. The true and honest answer that I'm giving you right now is both 2021. That's what I'm giving you. Both happening. 2021, we win the division, and then we take our happy ass straight to the World Series. And I'm in the parade next year.
Lollygagging a
lot. Dirty.
Oh, yeah. I'm going crazy, getting hammered, sipping.
I think I'm gonna go World Series first. I think the Dodgers are too at their peak right now. Mookie Betts is killing the game. I think we lose to the division and they lose to somebody else, and then we win the series.
All right. That's my
average answer. That's my average answer too.
Here's my take now. Okay.
All right.
World Series comes first. Division will come next. We can win a World Series without winning the division. It's happened. It will happen.
I feel like that's what we're going to do. Dodgers
But
are just too hot right now, bro.
It's the hardest road to go to, though.
we know we have to go through LA.
We know
They're
it.
not going
That's
anywhere.
our World Series for us,
This
bro.
is the hump.
That is honestly our World Series for us.
It is. And if we can beat them, there's no one else better than them,
No.
that we're going to face the whole year. So that is why each and every game versus this Dodgers team is important. And I hope this Padres team is coming with some heat, some flavor, some
before we get out of here,
bedazzle, because San Diego, we're coming for that ass.
Yes,
we're coming for that trophy. We're coming for a real trophy, no Mickey Mouse trophy. We want that ass. We want that cake. We're giving slices for everyone. See you guys at the moon.
Before we get out of here, I just want to say one thing. Padres fans, we faced the Dodgers 7 times in the first month and 9 times in the last 5 weeks.
In September,
so,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Hey,
we got to buckle down towards the end of the season.
Get ready for a hellstorm coming. This is a long season, ups and downs, ins and outs. We're coming for that ass, Dodgers.
Yes, sir. Be on your toes.
And the whole league, the whole MLB, be ready for us, because you're going to be shocked seeing San Diego everywhere.
Dodgers.
Everywhere. On Twitter, you're going to see San Diego Padres.
ESPN all over that. All over it.
Instagram.
Keep hyping me
oh, my God. Is that Fernando Tatis? Yeah. Yep. You're going to wonder why
you
ESPN
just got
is filled
13
with
Ks opening day? What?
What, dude? LeBron James. LeBron James is out. LaMelo Ball is out. Oh, okay. Fernando Tatis. That's all we're going to see. All we're going to see this whole year. Fernando Tatis. Fernando Tatis. I'm still scrolling. I still see Fernando Tatis.
I'm eating it up.
That's all.
Ain't nothing wrong with being average, baby.
Yeah, nothing wrong with being average. Make sure you subscribe. Check us out everywhere.
Merch coming soon. I can't wait. Merch
2 weeks away. 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away.
Bang, bang, bang. Let's go.
Adios. Nothing wrong with being average. Later.